Hi, welcome to All Things Possible. I'm Kris Barney and
I'm Bill.
Bill Barney.
I'm with her.
We are so excited to share with you today the 6 simple lessons your body can teach you about handling your emotions. It's amazing how our body can actually give us examples of how we should be handling these types of things, and it's going to be a great episode. It's actually, I'm super excited. Bill has written his book and is coming out in 1 month. Well, it's actually this month. It's coming out. And
I don't know when you're watching it, but it's going to come out the end of April 2018.
yeah. But part of his book, in one of the chapters, it does teach this lesson, and we wanted to share it with you. First, before we jump in too far, if you haven't joined us at allthingspossible.biz,
Join us.
join us. Become part of the community. You'll get, once a week, we send out an episode and an article to give you information and to give you constant, filling you with information that can help you to heal your life, to improve your life, to do personal development. We always have special tips and tools.
We've been through the school of hard knocks, and we'd like to share so you don't get knocked so hard.
And that's one of the ways. So let's jump in and get started on this. 6 simple lessons that your body can teach you about healing your emotions. So we're going to just get going. Number 1 is you get really uncomfortable when the food you eat does not leave your body.
Duh. I mean, you knew that, right? That if you eat a lot of food and it don't go nowhere, if it just stays with you, and it's really bad and you walk around looking like this all day long because you're full. Okay? That's constipation.
Can you do that again? Reminds you of a little child that is trying to go in their diaper and can't, right? Okay, I know.
We do that emotionally. Okay, our body, when we don't eat the food and it stays with, or when we don't get rid of the food, it stays with us. We're up to here with it. We get that way with emotions. When the same thing happens and we have emotions that we fill up with all these negative, angry, whatever emotions, and we get up to here, we walk around emotionally like this. Okay?
I don't know if you do, but apparently
I'm having
Bill
too much fun. Okay, so these negative emotions, they cause problems. If you think that just because you forget about it, oh, just forget it and let it go away, you're wrong. Carol Truman wrote a book a few years ago called Feelings Buried Alive Never Die, and there's so much truth. If you don't,
it's a good book. Yeah.
You don't believe me? Read her book, because she says the same thing. Okay. Even the American Medical Association says that of all our illnesses that we have, they say that about 80% of them, up to 80% of them, are stress related. What causes stress? Right? Okay.
On the next steps, will you stop that?
Okay. That's what causes stress, that pressure, right? Even the Center for Disease Control, which is a lot more conservative in the way they see things than the American Medical Association, they say that up to 85% of all diseases have an emotional component to them. Whoa, something to think about, right? All right, what's lesson number 2?
Lesson number 2 is your body will absorb and retain the good stuff from the foods you eat.
Yeah, your body does it automatically. You can just eat whatever is awesome, but if there's something wrong with that food, if there's some kind of food poisoning or something like that, your body goes, aha, I don't like this. But if it likes it, if you eat a fresh carrot and some broccoli, your body's going to take that and say, yum, 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 and it's going to squeeze all the goodies out of it, and then it absorbs that.
And absorb it into your body.
But there's a conundrum here, because where's the filter that tells us which emotions to keep or to let go of? Because sometimes it's really fun to be mad at somebody. You can enjoy it for days. I mean, it's like a high.
or
Right.
jealousy or depression or
Yeah, and tell everybody
frustration.
what a jerk this person was. You can have a lot of fun spreading that story around because they was nasty to you. But
Right.
here's the thing. Your body knows what's good and what's bad. Emotions. I'm going to give you, it's so simple, but you have to do the job. There's no automatic thing to do it for you. Okay? If the emotion is positive, it's good. And if it's
Let me
negative,
guess. It's bad.
no, you got to do it with a frowny face. It's bad.
Bad.
Okay. All right. That's it. Lesson number, what's the next one?
It's number 3. Just because something tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you. So, like Diet Coke,
Yeah? Tastes really good
I haven't had one for a month.
to certain people. Other
More
people,
than a month. Wow.
it's an acquired taste. All right. Just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you. You can read on the ingredients of Twinkies and Ding Dongs, and it says they have a cream feeling. That's not actually a bovine byproduct, okay? It's not good for you because it says cream. All right? So, the same way, and I just talked about that a little bit. You can have a monster grudge. It's fun to hang on to really good mad, but just like stuffing your face with Ding Dongs, you start to look like what you eat.
Right. Right. It's your body knows, and if we can just key into this for our emotions, and why hang on to bad emotions? Why hang on to negative feelings?
They only damage yourself.
Right. They only start disease and all these other things. So why hold on to it? And that's something we get to learn from our body. The number 4, your body has the ability to choose how it handles whatever you ingest.
Okay. Your body has an autonomic system. Automatic, think automatic. It's called actually autonomic system. That it just automatically handles it. Whatever it is, it handles it. And it'll take it in, it'll do whatever it is. Again, there's nothing on the emotional component. It's still stuff we take in. It can be as good for us or as damaging as food, our emotions. But we don't have an automatic thing. So what's the next lesson?
Lesson number 5 is your body has the ability to quickly get rid of harmful things that you may ingest.
Have you ever had food poisoning? I mean, like one day, I remember I had a sandwich with some mayonnaise on it, and it sat in my car for like 3 days, and I was really hungry on the 4th day. And I was in Tooele, and I ate it, and I was so sick. That was I got so sick, I was afraid I was going to die, and then I got a little bit sicker, and I was afraid I wasn't going to die. It was bad.
I had food poisoning as well from Primary Children's Hospital. I was in the hospital with my son with his cancer. We were having chemo treatments, and I could not leave the bathroom. I had a staff of 8 people to come in to do rounds and talk to us, and I was so sick. They were talking through the door to me, and they finally said, "We are sending you home because you're too sick to be here."
Too
and
sick
it was
to be to the hospital.
from a veggie burger. I was
got
too
kicked out of the
sick
hospital.
to be at Primary Children's Hospital. And they sent me home and sent my son with my mother. I was so sick from food poisoning with a veggie burger.
Okay. So some foods are very, very toxic to us. Others are just kind of not good for us. And so are the emotions. There are emotions that are just kind of damaging, and there are some that are so poisonous, you want to get rid of them immediately. Again, the body takes care of that. It's like smarter than we are, I think. Maybe, yeah, I don't know how that works. Maybe it was designed by a better engineer than we do with our minds. But we get to manage that. We get to control the emotions. There's not an automatic thing to handle that. So, yeah, maybe hang on to, you feel a lot. It's like that person really, he just stole my car. I don't like that. And, you can stomp around for a minute, but then let it go.
Well, and I've taught for a lot of years a 7-minute fit. So you feel the emotion and you feel it, and you can go into a total tantrum and a total tirade for 7 minutes. But the key to that is once you've done that, once you start acting on the emotion and you go into this 7-minute fit, it never lasts 7 minutes. 7 minutes is a long time to throw a fit. Once that time is up, you're done. And that can be 1 minute. It can be less than 1 minute. But the faster you get rid of what's being harmful to you, the better you are. The faster you work through that emotion. Acknowledge it, know that it's there, know why you're feeling that, and then let it go. You have to move quickly through this. And the faster you do, the sooner you feel better.
In my book, in my forgiveness book, Shine the Light Within, I teach you processes to let go of that immediately, to where it's just like, oh, I noticed that, and so it's like you, this food's like, oh, I'm actually not going to even put this in my mouth because I know it's not good for me. So when these situations come up, I teach you ways that you can handle that, to forgive and let go immediately, to where you don't have to go to that. But when we're in the habit of hanging on to a really good mad for several days because it's so much fun,
Go through the silent treatment.
You have to work up to it. It's not an automatic skill, but you can get skilled at letting go quicker and quicker and quicker until you don't have to let go because you never took it. You just passed it on. Okay.
And number 6, your body has the ability to automatically filter and expel toxins. This is kind of where you're talking about, once you do it enough, you get automatic at not wanting those feelings, not wanting that negative.
Yes. And we can program ourselves by habit, by force of habit, by doing it over and over again, to where it becomes automatic for us. But it doesn't come natural like it does with the body. Now there's four basic systems in the body, okay? I can count. Okay, there's 4 basic systems in the body, that ways it has to get rid of toxic stuff. Okay, we've got a cellular. It disposes. There's byproducts from cellular waste. It has ways to get rid of the cellular waste. Okay, there's a lymphatic system. All your little lymph nodes, they remove actually larger particles of waste. Smaller waste is processed through the liver, which removes out toxins. Also, the bile, the kidneys, all help to handle and process smaller waste materials. And then, of course, everything goes out through the digestive tract. When it don't, we already talked about, right? Okay. All right. So, again, your emotional components, the same thing. We can choose to manage them. And I think one of the best teachers that we have to tell us how to manage our emotions, look at your kids and look at a dog. Okay? Well, what do I mean? Dogs just lay in the sun all day. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay? If a dog is angry or upset, he doesn't try to hide it. Now, I'm not saying go out and just blow up on everybody and bark at them. Maybe a little yip, but not a bark. No, I'm teasing. Okay, don't. When a dog's, you can get mad at a dog and he'll automatically just, you can get done yelling at your dog and he'll duck his head and go, woo, woo. And as soon as you get done, he comes up to you wagging his tail wanting to love you. Okay? What about your kids? Well, your kids might take a little bit longer, especially the older they get.
But young children,
naturally,
especially under 5, they're mad for a minute and then they're done.
They naturally know how.
And they go right back to being happy.
What happens to us from the time we're little kids and we know how to handle this stuff automatically? What happens to us that we become these receptacles of negativity? I didn't pull the face. I did not pull the. I almost did. Okay. So it's time to get back to being like little children in that way, okay?
That's the 6 lessons, and they're simple. When you look at it, it's simple, but it does take work, and it takes effort, and it takes determination. What it comes down to is making choices, choosing the choices that you want, and knowing how to manage those emotions, and read the book.
Yes, absolutely, and make it conscious choices. Think about what you're doing. Don't go on autopilot, okay? Manage what you are doing with your life. Think about it. Think about, what am I feeling right now? Why do I need to change what I'm feeling? Just because you feel mad or sad doesn't make you right. It doesn't mean you're supposed to feel that way, okay? Manage it. Handle it. Check out my new book, okay? There's other things you can do with energy healing techniques to process these. And there's many things that I use, but I believe forgiveness is one of the best things we can do to manage our emotions. Forgive yourself, forgive others, forgive the dog.
Thanks for being here with us today. If you haven't joined our community, join with us at allthingspossible.biz. We love having you as part of our community and love being able to send information out to you and let you digest it.
Ooh, I like the play on words. You're going to digest the information.
Thanks for being here. Careful, he'll go into something totally different.
Squeeze it like broccoli. Get the good stuff out and let the rest go.
Have a great week. We love having you here with us, and we'll see you next time here on All Things Possible. Bye-bye.
Bye.